and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since, and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Okay, we are doing workout 2 from the Zwift Academy. Workout number 2 from Zwift Academy. We've got 14 runners in all. 1 minute to go before we start. We're doing the long version. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. So if you want to say hello, if you want to chat, by all means pop something in the chat. I haven't got anything in chat at the moment, which is making me a bit worried that... hang on, just double check something. I'm not on the wrong page, because it doesn't seem... I can't see anybody talking to me at the moment, which is a bit worrying. Let me just try again. maybe nobody's chatting tonight. That'll be fine. Okay, well, anyway. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Oh, there we are. Evening, says Ian. Evening, Tina. Evening, good evening, Mark. Right, so, yes, hello there. I was getting a bit worried nobody existed for a minute. Right, we are 10 seconds away. And it's the Oregon. Tina Beard has already done this. Actually, I've already done it once, but we'll do it again for a laugh. Oh, no heart rate. Just get my heart rate sorted out. Won't take long, hopefully. There we go. Right, so we follow the instructions on screen. There may be some, well, there almost certainly will be some incline. We have a 12-minute warm-up, so it's quite a long warm-up. So feel free to chat while I warm up. It might get a bit difficult later on to chat if it's getting hard work. But we'll do our best. Coach Phil from Canada, Phil Trigg. Jonathan Cost is running with us. Hello, Jonathan. So Jonathan's in. Sunday's in as well. Sebastian is... Oh, no, not Sebastian. Vogt, not Sebastian Vogt. From the USA. Berger from Germany. Croker from Canada. Magno from Italy. Mark says, don't worry, you're not on your own. Thank you. I get lonely when I'm on my own. Believe me, there are plenty of times when I do run on my own. Nobody's watching at all. I just keep those quiet. I just run quietly, don't say anything. Just wait till somebody appears. Right, Tina says she was fine doing this workout, but the next day, 500 was painful. The Film I Run 500, which is my climbing event. So Tina obviously did the Oregon, this event, the day before, said she felt fine, but then the next day, it was painful to do my event. So, okay, right. I'm supposed to be speeding up. So we're up to 9.1 kilometers per hour now. It's a long old warm-up, isn't it? 12 minutes of warm-up. And then we've got 1 minute walk. And by the way, if you think I'm going to be manly and jog or run during the walking breaks, you are much mistaken. I will be walking. I will be following it to the letter and walking the walk breaks. It's getting time already to turn the fan on because it's already fairly warm in here. We will continue to ramp up the pace throughout the entire warm-up to have you ready to start the fast intervals. Okay. So yeah, we do have quite the fastest interval of the whole session actually is the first interval. 3 minutes at 16.5 kilometers per hour. So that's the first interval, a long, fast interval. And then it slows down a bit, but we do have incline on the treadmill. That's what makes it a bit more difficult. So this is workout number 2, and this should be done in order, really. I mean, you don't have to do it in order, but ideally the workouts are written in order. John Farrell, hello to you. If you're watching on YouTube, just do say hello, just so I know I've got the right channel on my chat. Because it's quite common for me to just select the wrong one and I don't see any chat at all and think nobody's there. And then it turns out I've selected the wrong YouTube chat channel and actually there were loads of people talking, all wondering why I'm not responding to them. Oh, Darren Smith has asked a question. I'm not sure I should answer it. I'll get in trouble. Darren, I'm not planning on attempting another sub 3 until either... well, it depends. Berlin Marathon or London Marathon. next year. So if I get invited to Berlin with the Zwift team next year, I would target that. Otherwise, London Marathon next year, October next year, I will be trying for another sub 3. Not before then. Alright, Jonathan Cost has just said hello on YouTube, so I have got the right channel, it's just nobody's watching on YouTube. Shot myself in the foot there, didn't I? Willie Grider, hello Willie. Nice to hear from you, buddy. Thank you for responding to my plea. My desperate plea for viewers on YouTube. Okay, we're coming up to halfway through the warm-up now. Gradually increasing the speed. And we're already quite separated. There are 14 of us running. Well, you can see a few there. But as the course of the workout goes on, we'll probably separate even more. As you well know, I'm sure, all the workouts are based on your individual pace settings. Now, as my wife did the other day, you may well have set a new 5k time with your baseline run recently. So that 5k time will be your new 5k pace setting, and all the workouts are based off your 5k pace. If you didn't set a new 5k best during your baseline run, it will be taken off whatever number was there before. Right, Jonathan says Facebook keeps freezing, so he's switched to YouTube. Well, that's not so good, is it? All looks okay here, Jonathan. Stream is... I've got a nice red light saying we've got a strong upload of the stream from here. So hopefully maybe it's just a local thing with you, or just a Facebook thing that will resolve itself shortly. So Victoria did the workout number 1 this afternoon. So she's now started on her journey with the Zwift Run Academy. And next week we'll be on to workout number 3. Willie Grider says that I've been finding these workouts tough to manage with such short intervals and incline changes. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily write workouts with such short intervals. I don't think it's useful on the treadmill to do that. It's very difficult. I think when people write these workouts, they need to actually run them as well to understand how they work in practical terms. And yeah, I think perhaps Coach Terence, who's written them, hasn't actually run them to see how much of a pain it is to do them. But there we are. We get through it. We'll cope. Oh yeah, that's even more annoying if you've got to do the changes manually on Runcline. Yeah, what a pain in the backside that is. Darren Smith says, is Zwift Run Academy mostly covered by sponsors to pay the way for the athletes? Pretty much. Yeah. So you'll see, if you go to the Zwift Academy Run page, the official page on the Zwift website, and you go to the bottom, you scroll to the bottom, you will see a list of partners. And all those partners basically are offering up big prizes, and I'm sure they are helping in other ways financially perhaps too. Although, having said that, in terms of what Zwift have got to spend, taking 6 runners out to Berlin is not a huge expense for Zwift, to be honest. Zwift are relatively well off, it has to be said. Right, about 90 seconds to go, and then we've got 1 minute walk, and then we've got 3 minutes at 16.5, which is quite a jump, isn't it? Jonathan Cost, yes, you're right, it is much easier having quick selection buttons on the treadmill. I guess I'm halfway between those. So I haven't got quick selection buttons. What I do have is a paddle, which I can just press up and down to increase or decrease the speed. It's relatively easy. But if you've got to use the Runcline app to manually change the speed on Zwift, as well as changing the speed on your treadmill, what a pain in the backside that is. I mean, it's alright if you're doing a steady run, 10k an hour, just keeping it the same speed, but dear me. John Farrell says, I only use a tablet on the treadmill, so I find it difficult to see the percentage incline above the pace figure. Yes, I agree. And especially if you only use a phone, that'd be even more difficult. And there are plenty of people who are using their phones to run Zwift. 10 seconds, and then we walk for 1 minute. And then we have a speedy 3 minutes. Okay, so we walk, and we're supposed to be at 1% incline. I know that Coach Terence likes us to use this 1% incline stuff. Tina Beard likes the godsend of quick selection buttons as well. Right, Jonathan Cost is walking at 7 kph. I'm walking at 6.7 kph. 25 seconds, and then we've got 3 minutes to do at 16.5. So fairly quick and fairly long. So we just need to breathe easy, relax, do the best we can. I'll do it at 1. I'll do it at 1% just to please some people. Let's go. 16.5. There we are. Okay, off we go. 3 minutes. I can't read all that out, but read what Darren's just written there. If you get, oh, it's disappeared. Coach Terence, I will read it. Coach Terence was let go by American record holder Ryan Hall about a decade ago, partly because the workouts were a little weird. Right, 1/3 of the way through. Right, halfway through. This is certainly getting the legs moving. 1 minute to go. 20 seconds. Hello, Leo. No, I'm not going faster, you bugger. Oh, good. I don't think so, Darren. Right, Darren reckons that that's my new marathon pace. You are a funny guy, Darren. I'd like to have 14 and a half as my marathon pace. Maybe even 14.6, which is what we've got coming up. So it's 1 minute reps at 14.6 kilometers per hour with a 1 minute walk recovery. But that will be with incline. Not entirely sure what incline. Maybe 3% incline. Right, well, I'm at 1% now. I did that at 1%. That's 16 and a half. Never mind. So there goes me saying I was going to do it to the letter. I haven't done it to the letter at all. That 16 was supposed to be flat, was it? Okay. Leo reckons I should do it at 10% incline, but he's having a laugh and he can go and jump in a lake because that's not what's happening. Oh dear. I shouldn't listen to you, like, you get me in trouble. You really do. Right, let me just alter this camera for a second. Oh, it's gone now anyway. Hang on a minute. Oh no, I can't get it back. Forget that. Just forget everything I've just done. Next time the camera comes up on camera 4, you'll see I've changed it a bit. Darren, right, my next goal, I'll tell you now. So, for London 2022, I'd like to try and train to be able to do 2:55 or like 2:54. That would be my next goal, I think. So we'll see what happens. No, we're not playing the 150 game today, Mark. Not. This is a hard session, so I actually want my heart rate to get up to 160, 170 for this run. Right, here we go. I can't remember what we're doing. 14.6, but I don't know what percentage. It'll only tell us in a second. Let's go up to 14.6. 5% oh, good, 5% incline. Okay, 14.6 at 5% incline. It's only for 1 minute, though. So we just need to keep concentrated, stay relaxed, and just keep going at it. 1 minute on, 1 minute off. And look, we're already halfway through. Well, Darren, yeah, that's my ideal. I mean, I've still got to execute it, you know. Got to train for it and try and do it, haven't I? There's no point saying it. Okay, so now we know it's 5. Now we know it's 5%. I can do that every time on this one. Yeah, Ian says 6 laps, 6 reps, all at 5%. Yeah, thing is though, Darren, Tim's getting old now, isn't he? His days are behind him. He was good when he was 25. He's past it now. It's my turn to shine. I tell you what, if Tim could train solidly for a marathon, he'd easily beat me at a marathon distance. Right, up to 5% again. And away we go. 14.6. There you go, 55. He's pensionable age, surely, isn't he? Isn't that pension age in the UK these days? Ten seconds. See, outdoors, 1 minute on, 1 minute off is fine. Indoors, it's not so bad if you only have to deal with speed. But doing the elevation as well, it is a bit of a faff. It's a bit of a mess around. Darren, local city marathon on Saturday here. 487 metres of elevation gain. Oh my God. That's not good for a sub 3, is it? Jonathan says some people are definitely not sticking to the workout well. Tell me something I don't know, Jonathan. That's just the way it is, isn't it? Despite my post earlier on today trying to encourage people to do it correctly. Right, okay, 5 seconds, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
1 more minute. Just take it one step at a time, one interval at a time. Just try and get through the next 50 seconds. The problem with this, as well, 1 minute isn't really long enough to get your heart rate really high, is it? I mean, I suppose I could speed up. Ten seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, you'll notice, by the way, that there are placings on the right-hand side. So, as though it's a race. So I'm currently 4th out of 14. But if people were doing it correctly, then we wouldn't be changing paces like that. Oh, unless, of course, people are running the walk section. People might be doing that, that's true. Leo says easy work. Yeah, oh, do you know what? I have to agree with you. It's not massively hard, is it? Do you think I should put it up to 15? Okay, 5% on the treadmill, and away we go.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, I'll put it up to 15. See if it gets the heart rate any higher. Oh, Leo, you shouldn't tell me that, mate. What kind of a motivation is that? Now I want popcorn. Where's my popcorn? Maybe we'll just jog this then as well. Mate, we've still got 10 or 11 more reps to go though. So it should get more difficult as we go on. Okay, let's go for this again then. So stick the treadmill up to 5%.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's go.
And up to 15 for 1 minute. Still love a glass of milk, Leo. $161 BPM now. That's getting a bit more like it. Okay. So one more rep, and then we've got recovery. And then do we do it again? Got 21 minutes left, so there's plenty of time. Leo, actually, I'll tell you about Bob Milk. We got some the other day. Unfortunately, my kids couldn't stand it, so we've immediately gone back. Ha! Yeah, we did actually try it just literally last week. $15 seconds.
Nice.
Okay, there we go. Oh, squeaky treadmill is back. Right, Tina says, and Ian says, the next ones are flat. Okay. So we're going down the hill. If you had a treadmill which did decline, The next set of reps would be downhill. Strengthening your quadriceps, muscles at the top, at the front of your leg. You really need, if you're going to do any kind of mountain running, hilly, trail races, you can train all you like for uphills, but you must not forget the downhills, because especially if the uphills are steep, your quads will blow out if they are not trained for running downhill. And trust me, I know there are at least 2 races I can remember where towards the end I had to walk backwards down the hill because I could not run or even walk forwards down the hill. My quadriceps were that shot. So I think I've learnt my lesson now. I do train the downhills as well as the uphills. Right, Jonathan says, thank God the next section's flat. Heart rate above 170 here. Okay, I haven't quite got to 170 yet. But that's good, Jonathan. Heart rate 170 is good. That means you're working. Put some bricks underneath the back of the treadmill to make it go down. Okay, so 2 minutes at 15 kilometers per hour, 15.6 kilometers per hour. And we'll do it at 1%, why not? Or maybe we'll go at 16. We'll go at 16 and keep it flat. So that's what we'll do. So 2 minutes and then 1 minute recovery. So 10 seconds to go. Here we go. 16, let's do 16. $16 and a half, says Leo. Okay, 16 and a half. All right, you've got me. So, everything all right? Don't think so. It is fairly easy. One minute to go.
Nice!
Willie Grider says, you better be careful, there are still 2 more pace increases. Okay. Don't worry. We've got this. We've got this. So the next one is 2 minutes at 15.9, so we'll go 16.7. 16.7. Yeah, I'll get the start. Honestly, they'll let me have them because I'm nice. They'll give them to me because it's me. I promise you. All right, here we go again then.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
16.7 now for 2 minutes. Just got to stay relaxed, drop your shoulders, head up. Breathe easy, open your lungs out. Thierry Macklin, thanks for the ride off. And 90 seconds to go. Come on, Jonathan. Get this done, buddy. 1 minute to go. Leo, you know you're not my friend, don't you? I'm not happy about this. You're a bad influence.
You suck!
John Farrell says, does just watching count as a recovery run? Yes, it does, yes. So we have to go 17.5 for this one, don't we? The last one, it's going to hurt. But 2 minutes at 17.5 coming up. So, it's only 2 minutes. It's only 2 minutes.
5, 4.
Let's get this done then.
2, 1.
Let's do it. Oh, Leo! Maybe with 1 minute to go. Seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
When I see you, Leo Lochran, seriously. Stephen Smith, hello to you, buddy. Right, Leo, you've got to do 5 miles now, tomorrow. Well done, buddy. You get out there, get back on it, mate. You can do it, I know you can. Okay, there we go. That is the Oregon for you. Now, I know I said at the beginning I'm going to stick rigidly to the instructions. If you'd like to blame the crowd on here, notably Leo Lochran, but also probably Jonathan Cost, Ian Matthews, John Farrell, Tina Beard, they're all to blame because I didn't stick to the instructions. But if me doing that means Leo Lochran is going to go out and run 5 miles tomorrow, when he hasn't been in the groove, when he's lost his mojo a bit, then it was worth it tonight, wasn't it, guys? Yeah? Absolutely worth it. If that gets Leo to go out tomorrow. Love you, buddy. It is true. Ryan Perring will testify to the fact that I am very easily influenced. Tina says, nice running, Stephen. No worries.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
So, we're just chilling out now. 9-minute cool down, where we'll just reduce the speed a bit. Just let the legs recover, bring the heart rate down slowly. I mean, a lot of us, you know, we do a race, we'll sprint to the finish, we'll collapse on the floor. But ideally, what you want to do is just keep jogging for a little bit. Because you don't want to shock your heart into coming down too quick. And that's also why you should warm up before you race, so that your heart isn't shocked into jumping to attention too quickly. So that's why we do a cool down and a warm up at the beginning and end of each run, whether it's a workout or a race. And if you look carefully at the end of a race, like a half marathon or a 10k, you'll see the elite runners jogging around afterwards, while the rest of us are all lying on the floor. Now, it's not so much about lactic acid. You might hear the people talking about you've got to do a cool down run to let the lactic acid drain from your legs. Well, that's kind of old science, really. The lactic acid will drain from your legs regardless of what you do within about 45 minutes. And it's not the lactic acid that makes your legs have a delayed onset muscle soreness. That's just training and fitness. 4.5 minutes to go. Reducing the speed. Heart rate down to 134. Clive Finnemore says, nice one, well done, thank you. Jonathan Cost says, Leo must do more low HR stuff instead of balls out everywhere. I keep telling him that, Jonathan. He keeps promising to as well. But I think it's just in his DNA to go fast every time. But if I ever get my hands on him, I'll knock it into him to start doing some slow runs. He knows what's good for him. He knows it deep down. It's just that competitive instinct, you see. And that's why people like Leo will win races. Whereas people like you and me, Jonathan, we haven't got that inner killer instinct. And that's why we're happy to just chill out most of the time. But also why we'll win very few races. I was going to say that's why we'll never win any races, but I have won the odd race in my time. I was 7 and it was infant school, but you know, I mean, it still counts, doesn't it? It still counts, yeah? So thank you very much for watching, everybody, today on YouTube and Facebook. I haven't seen anyone from Twitch today. If you're watching on Twitch and you feel like just saying hello, you're there, please do. But yeah, mostly Facebook and YouTube comments today. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate your company. And do you know what? I genuinely do appreciate you pushing me on as well. Just making me go that one bit faster, that little bit extra that you wouldn't normally do. If you lot weren't watching and judging, then I would just go, you know, I'd have gone the standard pace for that workout. As it was, you pushed me to go a little bit harder. Hello, thank you very much. Applause from Twitch. Nemehfs. I know I've pronounced that wrong. Nemehffs. How do you pronounce that? Anyway, thank you very much, Twitch. Nice to have you on board. Appreciate it. So we're done. Chilling out, slowing down at the end of the workout. That's Oregon, workout number 2 of the Zwift Academy Run program. If you're not signed up, get signed up. It's not too late to sign up. Amazing prizes on offer. Woodway treadmill. What are those? Oakley sunglasses. Adidas shoes. Adidas training kit. Zwift training kit. Garmin watches. And of course, a fully all expenses paid trip to either the Berlin Marathon or whichever marathon they choose this time around for those who are selected for the Zwift team. And you will get, of course, months of specialised training with elite Olympic coaches to get you ready for that marathon. Willie Grider says, well done, buddy, see you next time. Yes, mate. Kim Salt wants a Woodway treadmill. You go after it, Kim. And there's no reason why anybody shouldn't be chosen for the Zwift Run team. You don't have to be an elite runner. You don't have to be fast. It's not about being fast. It's about showing a commitment, showing determination, and a will to win and a will to succeed and to reach your goal. And what that means is showing an improvement, showing some kind of work ethic during the Zwift Run Academy program. From your baseline run to your finish line run, see if you can get better, see if you can improve. All the workouts are done either as group workouts on the schedule, on the Zwift schedule, or also they are available in your Zwift folder. Let me just actually show you that. Because a lot of people don't know about this, and it's amazing. I'm sure you guys watching all do know about it, but now if I'm on a computer, I can press the letter E, and that gets me immediately into my workout folder. But let's go back, press menu, and then at the top on the right here, you can see it says workouts. I think you can, just under my name there. Workouts. Click workouts and you're in there. And then look carefully, make sure you're not on plans. You don't want to be on plans. You want to be on workouts. And once you're in workouts, look carefully for the Zwift Academy Run 2021. If you've been on Zwift a while, you'll know this anyway, because you'll have Zwift Academy Run 2020 or the Zwift Tri Academy 2019, or your own personal workouts that you've uploaded. But look for Zwift Academy Run 2021. Click in there and you can choose the long run or the short run, and you can do any of the workouts. In the set there, and you can see I've done the Oregon twice now, so I did it the other day. Oh, it says the 13th and the 13th. That's a bit weird. Well, I did it on the 13th today, and I did it a few days ago as well. So you can choose any of the workouts there and do them on your own at your leisure whenever you like. The only ones that aren't there are the baseline run and the finish line run. Okay, final comments. Leo, no, as I said, it's not too late to join, buddy. You can join anytime, and then you can do all the workouts from the folder there. And you just start with the baseline run. Make sure you do the baseline run, because you can't do the baseline run from your workout folder. You have to do that in a group run. There's about a week and a half, 2 weeks left of the baseline run before it disappears off the schedule. So make sure you do one of the baseline runs, and then you can do the workouts whenever you want, and then do the finish line run at the end. In November, at the end of November. Right, that is it from me. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Take care, and we will see you. What day is it tomorrow? A Thursday. So, right, no stream tomorrow evening. I'm going to go out with my club tomorrow evening, but I'll be doing the Film My Run 500 at 11:35 UK time. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.